Talking too much. Alright, this is Soul to Wise. Just got in a car accident. So my journey, we're going to talk about the garden later, but my journey with the lawsuits, I got one now, but I've been being treated for being injured. Yeah, so I got whacked by a car the other day. It was a hit and run, and I'm being treated now. So I'm out of work. Other than that, I'm just watering the plants. I'm not doing nothing else. I guess Sam will come by and harvest and stuff. My back hurts. I can't be bending over. I harvested the other day before this all happened. I think I harvested that same day. That's why I was in a rush. I was like, just got finished harvesting. I was going to the laundromat. That's when I got in the accident. So other than that, I have some good news. The business that's supposed to make my website, the Taku U, well, it was Sushi Town Club at first. And as that story goes, they messed it up. So it's supposed to be a social media for entrepreneurship and anime. And what ended up happening was that they didn't really want to do their job. They just wanted to half-ass it. And one day they wanted to do was just make the store. They never made the social media part. It's supposed to be more like TikTok or Facebook. You know what social media is. So they never completed that part. So they agreed to it last year to fix it. 6 months went by. I'm not gonna talk about what happened, but 6 months went by. They never did it, and I have to keep babysitting them. And now they're talking about, oh well, you never agreed to it. No, I definitely agreed to it, and I have the report, and I sent to Consumer Report. I'm probably going to talk to the Consumer Finance again and just report the company this time. I reported the bank, and the reason why the Finance Consumer didn't do anything because they don't handle banks, but I'm going to go ahead and they get the bank information too. I'm going to hit both of them up because the bank is corrupt too. They didn't want to return the money. They didn't want to get the money from them. So I think they're working together. I heard stories about this bank. Wherever you do not bank with First National Bank. I know this is not a popular channel, but never bank with them. People, if you don't believe me, just ask for advice. Ask people about First National Bank and see what they tell you. I bet you're going to hear stories like this about how they don't like return your money. They're not convenient. They're open late during the day. I think Sundays and Saturdays are not open at all. It's going to be all kinds of crazy stories. I tried to get a business account. They had one lady had an attitude. There's a Mexican lady. She's racist as hell. So some of the black people are ghetto too. Depending what store you are, they're very ghetto. So they have an attitude. Like when I went to the Fort Worth location to get the bank account information, one of the black girls, she wasn't ghetto, but she got mad because she knew what I was doing. So they're very, very unprofessional. I would never go to First National Bank again. Never. And it actually makes me think, be careful who you bank with from now on. You got to do your research with these banks before you put your money in them. I know Truist, I'm good with them. I know PNC is a good one too. But in the future, I would never go back to First National Bank. Another one is Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo won't do nothing too crazy. They'll steal your money or open up fake accounts. But you gotta be careful with Wells Fargo. I never got screwed by them yet though. But you gotta read them contracts. Bank of America, they will try to steal your money though. Yeah, and they hold stuff against you. So, okay, Bank of America. When I was younger, I signed up for a job called Kings Dominion. Bank of America was doing a promotion. If you worked with them and signed up for the bank account, you get $50 for free. Well, Bank of America, they say I didn't do something right, which is not true. I did exactly what they told me to do. I got direct deposit through Kings Dominion. They never gave me $50. So apparently I overdrafted $50. The money that they owe me, right? Did you know, I didn't even notice. It was on my credit report. Because I ended up buying again. I went back to Bank of America, got a credit card, and yes, I did default the credit card. And later on, I pay off, but then, surprise, surprise, I owe $50 to Bank of America from Kings Dominion. Like, I just want you to think about how petty that is, especially since they owe me the $50. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I would never mess with Bank of America. Even the employees would tell you it's not a good bank. Wells Fargo, that's up to you. But Bank of America and First National Bank, never mess with them people. You know, do it of your own risk. I'm telling you right now. So if you do it, it's on you. All right. So next, now we're going to get on to more discussion. So the business, they decided to give me some of my money back. I kid you not. I'm on the phone with unemployment yesterday because I got in a car accident. And I'm looking, they're asking me for paycheck stubs. And I'm looking like, where the fuck does money come from? Because my job doesn't pay me almost $700 a week. I'm getting paid less than $400. I was like, dude, where this come from? It comes to find out it was them. So now, not only do I have, this paper trail is just stacking up. I have evidence after evidence after evidence. And now the only thing that's left now is just for me to get an attorney. I'm going to see if I can get them to give me my money because I think they're straight. So I'm going to see if I can get them to give me money because attorneys are annoying. If I can keep them out, I can keep them out. That'd be good. But if not, if I get an attorney, that's it. Because then I can sue them for more stuff anyway. It may be worth your time. I also got the video of the police footage from years ago. They lied and they said that I assaulted a police officer. I have a video of that too. I just haven't got anything to do with that right now because I'm too busy with other stuff. Right now I'm injured. Just got in a car accident, so I can't even, I have other things. One of my teeth are missing. So, right now I just got other things. This is one thing after the next. This is distractions. They're kind of good distractions, but they already had lawsuits on the way. I did not need to get hit by a car. That's why, that's one of my friends was like, "Oh, you about to get paid?" Da, da, da. I'm like, dude, that's not how I like to get paid. I already had lawsuits. I didn't need to get hit by a car. I was not worried about that. The money was coming anyway. You already see the money's coming because because I already got some of the money back from the old business. So they owe me $11,800 more. You know what I can do when I get that money? I can put that either in a high yield savings account. That's what I've been thinking about, or I can put it in my stock account. Either way, I'm straight. It's just up to what the fuck I want to do. So that's that, man. All right, I'm sorry. We were talking about stuff that had nothing to do with the garden. We've been selling vegetables, actually. I have 2 customers. I'm not going to tell you who they are. I'm actually trying to sell to a restaurant, but for some reason I can't get the squash to produce a bunch of squash all at once. So that concerns me. And look out, you see all that manure? It's just crazy they won't do it all at once. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. They've been fertilized and stuff. I might have to add something else in there. That's probably what it is. Usually manure's enough to do it. This one's pretty good. So what I figured out with the swash, it almost killed them though. Some of them died the other day because I haven't been over here because I got hit by a car. So like some of them did die. Nobody was out here managing it. So what I decided to do, as you can see, they look a lot smaller. That's because I cut the leaves off. And ever since I cut those leaves off and watered them a little bit more, they've been growing more fruit. I don't know if they have worms in them or not, but since I cut all them leaves off, you see all the empty spots? I see like I cut them leaves, some big leaves that were already drying out or whatever. Once I cut them leaves off, they start reproducing more. So that's what I end up doing. See this one too, this one, he had huge leaves. So I cut all that off, now he's reproducing. And I just watered them a lot. So they want water. I fertilize them just in case. Because they need nutrients, to, you know, not just water. And actually I'm about to get salmon to harvest. These ones, they just doing some other stuff. They got aphids on this. Oh my god. So I sprayed the other day, but I don't think that spray works. I mean, I keep buying this insecticide. It doesn't never work. It drives me nuts, man. I think I'll get like a lemon vinegar solution or something, because that insecticide never works. Every time I buy it, it doesn't do nothing. I don't know what this bird's doing. Every time I turn the water on, they come over here. The lady says they like to drink. I don't know what they really be doing though. I don't know. I can't imagine how they're drinking out of the sprinkler. I don't know what they're doing. They actually paranoid me actually, because I'll be trusting them. Yeah. All right, I see you, Karen. Oh man, it died. Man, I forget to water it. Shoot. That's gonna be hard to get. Oh man, I keep forgetting. Look, the seeds are gone too. Dang man, I forgot. It's Pepper. How you doing? Got in a car accident.
Oh, freaking crap.
Yep. Alright, this is Soda Wise. So this is a continuation before I mean, I'm not interrupted. I like talking to her. But I had to cut the video off, you know, I didn't want to record her. So some lessons I've learned this year, because I started like in May or June, like I think I started in June. First of all, I started too late. The swash was okay, but everything else I think I started too late. Another lesson I learned this year, this is the year I had the most mess ups. Swash does not do good in the shade. All the swash on this side near the trees, they didn't grow, they did not vegetate that well, except for ones over there. None of the rest, these two did not do nothing. All the ones in the sun, they produce the most. Also, zucchini is the slowest growing swash that I know, other than pumpkins. So just be aware of that. If you like zucchini and want to grow zucchini, be aware that you might have to wait. You're going to wait a long time to get your zucchini. So you might as well grow a bunch of zucchini. Yellow squash grows a lot more frequently and a lot more faster. So maybe you should crossbreed your squash with your zucchini. I don't know what you're going to do. You know, but zucchini grows slow. I promise you that. Oh, let me water these peanuts. I'm pretty sure they need that now because I haven't watered them in a while. About to turn some other stuff off though. Okay. Oh, there we go. Um, I think later this year I'm gonna show y'all how to bring in the peppers so you can have them for next year. Because peppers live a lot longer than people realize. Same thing for tomatoes. The only difference, you have to do the tomatoes different from the peppers. I'm gonna show you how to clone tomatoes. Actually, I'm already cloning tomatoes at the house. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, what to look for, and how to bring them back. Because at the end of the year, this is what I do with the tomatoes. I cut them off. I get cuttings of them and I bring them in the house and grow them. And I clone them all winter, so the next year I have a bunch of tomato plants. And you don't have to start from scratch for seed, because seed's annoying. Tomatoes grow easy from seed. It's not that hard, but it's just like, why would you do that if you don't have to? I usually do a combination of both, because you don't want to clone everything. It just gets to get disease. So I usually get seeds and I get the tomato cuttings. All right, let me see if I can find. See, this one doesn't have. I got some cuttings of this one. Hopefully it roots. Sometimes it root anyway, but what you're looking for suckers. And I don't see any on here. Nowhere. Nope. No suckers. Not even on there. It's as smooth as a baby's ass. So yeah, like, I don't see no suckers. So, but hopefully it roots anyway. Sometimes they root anyway. Sometimes they don't. Yeah, so like I said, man, I got several lawsuits on the way. I'm about to be very wealthy. I know y'all earlier on the channel you saw the crypto, the 17 million coins I got. You know, if that turns to $1, that's 17 million right there. So I'm probably gonna be set for the rest of my life. I'm not really stressing it. I wasn't trying to get hit by a car. Like, that's just overkill. That's why I was telling everybody, like, oh yeah, you gonna get paid, you gonna get paid. I'm like, dude, that's overkill, man. I already had money coming. I did not need to get hit by a car. So I'm like, that's why I wasn't worried about that. Now, right now, I can't afford to be paying insurance and all this crazy stuff to get out of work, and I can't work now. You know, so that's a problem. You know, that's what he's paying for, because that's an inconvenience. But I wasn't trying for that to happen, and that's not what I needed. So that being what it is, you know, here we are. All right, man. It's so wise. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Work smarter, not harder. Work will set you free. Peace. Man, I'm getting dehydrated again. I think after that car accident, I get thirsty a lot more quicker. So I'm about to go back home. I decided to film one more video of the corn. I forgot I had the corn growing. They finally started peaking, so we should have corn soon. It's taking forever to do that too, but we straightened it out. It was getting stuck in the bars. The squash is healing. That means we should have some last minute squash. We got asparagus beans growing at the bottom, pinto and asparagus. So this is going to be the three sister method done the right way, the traditional way. We have squash, corn, and beans right here. These are purple hub beans. They should grow in 90 days, so by the end of the fall we should have that. And really, I'm trying to get the fungus. When it cools down, you can get the fungus, and it has amino acids and stuff. So that's a more rare trait. You can get out here in Denton County, Plano. I don't know about Dallas. I never got it in Dallas, but I didn't grow corn in Dallas either. I decided to water the peanuts because I haven't actually got peanuts yet, so it doesn't make sense to kill them. I just didn't want to water them too much because they were getting too much water at one point. I forgot that I wasn't watering them, so I decided to water them again. So here we are. We're watering the peanuts because they haven't been watered in a while. This one, I don't think they're done yet, so I can water that too. Actually, I'm about to turn these tomatoes off. They get watered too much. Everybody thirsty, right? Everybody thirsty. Well, what Spider-Man saying, fam? Everybody gets one. All right, peace, man. Oh, okay, I see it's on. So, These are tomatoes as promised. We're cloning them. I think I did videos like this before, but those channels were taken down. Actually, you can see it working right now. You see them? Let's see if I can get. Come on, come on. Let's see. All right, that's better. You see, them little white suckers coming out? Those are suckers. When you put them in water, they start to root. See that? They start to root. Sometimes you don't need the suckers. Sometimes you can just put them in the water and they'll do it anyway. But the trick is, because tomatoes, they rot in this treatment, in this water, they rot very quickly. So you have to keep changing the water, keep it fresh. You see that water getting cloudy. When it gets cloudy, and I think in the beginning, like the first couple times, you don't want to change it too much because they need it to get a little dirty. That's what I noticed. But then after that, you want to keep cleaning. Once they start rooting, keep changing the water, because after that they're gonna start rotting. Even if it's just a little bit, they will start rotting. So the trick is the lid get a little cloudy in the beginning, you know. Then once they start rooting, then you clean the water like pretty much every day. Don't let it. Once the suckers get big enough, that's when you put them in dirt in a cloudy area and keep the ground moist, and then they'll take off. It's a lot easier to do this than start from seed. You already got like, this is like tomatoes grow pretty fast, but this is probably like 3 or 4 weeks of growth. You know, maybe more than that. Technically, you can get a bigger vine. I used to take big vines and just root them, just cut most of the leaves off, put them in water, and just throw them in the ground. I mean, there's several ways you can do this. I even took last year, I don't know if I want to tell y'all that. Maybe one day I'll share that secret. Not today. Soul to wise. The rich get richer, the poor get poor. Work and set you free. Peace. Hey, man. I know a lot of y'all are stingy. Y'all don't like sharing the wealth. Y'all don't want to help motherfucker grow their business because you say capitalism's evil. But I'm going to give you a warning in the future, man. That tariff shit, that's about to cause inflation like crazy. And meanwhile, there's no jobs. Y'all ain't producing food. Y'all ain't doing it. Y'all so busy working and trying to save money. Y'all don't have nothing going on. And y'all rather just go to the grocery store spending a top dollar. All this stuff I'm doing, all these vegetables, I'm already selling. I'm just not selling as much as I want to. But what's going to come push and shove, when prices go up, y'all gonna be outpriced. So y'all, I mean, I hope you have a stockpile or something, because, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sell to y'all because y'all stingy and selfish. You know, I'm supposed to take the money and invest it in other more plants and other assets so I can expand, but you didn't want to work with me, so I just have enough for me and my people. You know, we're gonna see how this plays out. You know, and then on top of that, once that happens, I'm gonna have to raise prices. So you could have saved money and got more for your money, but you rather just be stingy. So that's cool. I know how people are. You know, you don't want to see other people succeed. You know, well, you're gonna fall together. So wise, rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Work and set you free. Work smarter, not harder. Peace. But now I'm thinking about it. On that note, how you think the rich people get rich? I talked to this with Wise Uber. There's some smart Uber drivers, man, or Lyft. The rich get rich because, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When you start out your journey, it's not, when you want to be rich, man, it's not too many people out there that want you to be rich, and not people are just procrastinators or haters or whatever, envious, so they sabotage you. So it's a very lonely journey. That's what they say. It's easier just to fit in. That is very true. Here's the trick, though. If you want to be rich or successful, you have to find like-minded people. That's hard too, even in colleges these days. Especially when once you get in college, the males, you're competing against males. I'm not gonna tell you that secret either. That's a different secret. But you can find males. You have to find them, and you got to collaborate. You have to work together. Sometimes they're not even your same age, unfortunately. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're not going to be your same race. I guess I'm gonna tell you the secret. It's easier to deal with females, but nowadays it's getting tricky too. So you have to get with these people. You have to work with them. And, you know, most of the times, I guess it will be your age, or sometimes not all the time. One of my favorite friends that get me into the private equity, he's older than me. The guys I'm staying with, because I would be homeless, I mean, I'm staying at their house now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not always people your age. Here's the trick, man. You got to work with them. And you got to get around like-minded people. And you got to raise each other up. You got to raise each other's value up. That's how you get rich, man. Because you don't have to be. Let me tell you something, man. They keep telling you to get with rich people. That's not how the hell are you gonna do that, man? You're a fucking bum. You're a peasant, man. How are you gonna get with rich people? Do you have Jeff Bezos' address, man? That's what you're telling me, man. How you gonna collaborate with this guy? You got his phone number, his email? Really? That's what you're gonna do? You gonna just go up? You know, I used to work at Amazon. He had 16 security guards at the warehouse that summer. Come on, man. You gonna just go out? You gonna get popped? Come on, man. No, you have to find people that you like, that you can get along with, and get on one mindset and work with them together. That's how you get rich.